Welcome to Blind City. I had to lose my sight to find my vision.
Are you blind? Are you blind? Open your eyes. They lying every time, so I don't trust men, only trust God. I had to lose my sight before I could see the light.
Welcome to Blind City. See, Blind City is a condition. Crime, racism, and poverty. We have to put the word neighbor back into hood. I had over 31 surgeries and lost my sight and fight to glaucoma. I tried killing myself 3 times in one day, and I was unsuccessful. And then I heard a voice tell me, use your weakness as a strength to inspire and create awareness through Blind City, the podcast. I will address the issues that are plaguing our society, like poor education, that are turning our broken neighborhoods into the breeding grounds for prisons, bootleg preachers, crooked politicians that have my people dancing like strippers in the community. Let's talk about it, or we can flip tables like Jesus. Welcome to Blind City. This is Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham, along with Dr. Porter. We are the therapy for these streets. And like I said before, the most dangerous man in the world is a blind man with a handgun. Welcome to Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham. I had to lose my sight to find my vision. And I have a guest host, Indy Red. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Mr. C? I'm happy to be here, of course, in the building with Blind City. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, thank you for rolling up to the city. I have a very special guest that just rolled up to the city from the West Coast. And I'm so I'm so privileged to have her. Dr. Price, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Mr. Langford, L to the C and I to the...
Hey now, hey
I'm
now.
doing good. I love your energy.
Hey now.
For the people that don't know who you are, because I know you've been around. I've seen you on the news with Gayle King. You've been making a lot of progress out here helping these children. So can you kind of give the people in my city who you are and what that you're doing for our kids in our community?
Yes, I am so excited to be here. I'm Dr. Teresa Price. I'm the founder of National College Resources Foundation and the Black College Expo. And National College Resources Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit educational enhancement organization with the mission to curtail high school dropout rate and increase degree and/or certificate enrollment among underserved, underrepresented, at-risk, low-resource, homeless, and foster students. Oh. Our vision, as you said, you got your vision. The vision here is to close the gap on educational achievement, workforce, and economic disparities with the goal to end racism and racial inequality. That's what National College Resources is all about. So we host college expos, namely the Black College Expo in about 12 markets around the country as another way to accelerate what we're trying to do. Is just another way to offer the actual resources and opportunities for students where they could get accepted on the spot. Application fees are waived, scholarships are on the spot. So it's just another way of just helping the underline of the mission of what we're trying to do.
And where did you get this passion?
God.
Amen.
And I know people, I you know what? I would know for a fact I would not be here without our Lord and Savior. It's reminded me numerous times as you on the track and then you go a little bit off the track and it's like, nope.
He brought you right back, huh?
That's not what you're here for.
That's right.
Yeah, I know that I'm here to be a vessel for young people. So always love helping people in general. I've always loved helping people, but it's something about young people. They're just innocent, just need resources. You don't care if you're being used by young people because they're just trying to find their way.
Yes.
And be able to be that light in the road for them so that they know that they can do and be anything regardless of their skin tone,
Facts.
Regardless of their gender, regardless of whatever. They can do and be whatever they want to be because they were born are amazing, great, incredible, wonderful beings. So.
And you're very familiar with St. Louis, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know.
Yeah, St. Louis. Yeah, Dr. Dewan actually wore Matt originally when I first started working with Harris-Stowe State, working with him. And really, as he said, we really helped the enrollment there, like 43%. And then, now your new president that you have, love him. We have an actual agreement right now where they actually were able to give me 2 scholarships, presidential scholarships, and Dr. Teresa Price, which is like God name. So we have a young lady, Aaliyah Smith, out of Houston, and another young lady out of Houston too. They both won they were presented presidential scholarships. They didn't even know. It's just so crazy how that happened, but I didn't even know that they went to the same school. They didn't know same city. Ended up happening through the virtual experience, and I always give students my number. So I never feel like they cannot make it, or, it's just a phone call. It's just a text. It's just a touch of love through, just letting them know that they matter. So I always give students my contact and let them know they could always reach me. So they always reach out and tell me if they're having a problem or if they're trying to navigate something. So these 2 young ladies, one had a heart condition who just, like she said, she wasn't supposed to be here, but now she's going to be she wants to be an RN, and the other one that wants to be a private investigator, like a detective. Okay. They're both going to Harris-Stowe State. They'll be there with you guys.
Okay, HSSU.
So you guys I need you to look out for them.
We have another guy in St. Louis named Demetrius Johnson. I don't know if you know him. He does a lot for Harris-Stowe University with the athletes there. He held summer camps there for kids out of high school who haven't received a scholarship to get them Division I scholarships to the black colleges also. So you're doing a fabulous job. I had to get you on the show because I was so impressed by it when I came across it. And you have gotten over how many kids in school? Is it 500,000?
Over 500,000. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
500,000.
Yeah, 500,000. Yeah. And we've been doing it for 22 years.
Okay.
We start that, 22 years. And when we first started, it's just, I'll just say, we did the first one in California.
Okay.
Because California didn't know about HBCUs. I think less than 3% of the population were HBCUs. I'm from Compton, California. So
Compton in the building.
Well, Compton put out a lot of beautiful people out of Compton.
CPT, that's right.
I know that's right.
So when we did it, I didn't know that we were going to have the mass. So we ended up with 35,000 people wrapped around the Center, which is the LA Convention Center. They were wrapped around the corner to come in, and I knew then people wanted information about HBCUs and higher education. They sent out the riot gear police thinking it was going to be a riot. That's and all people wanted was they were just trying to find out information about HBCUs and higher education.
Man.
Like I said, I applaud you for your work. And like I say, I don't want to hold you. I know you're trying to get back out there, and you got some meetings with other schools and
go get the mother babies.
Right.
She got some more babies.
You out here saving our kids. You giving them opportunities.
Yes.
We need you in St. Louis.
Yes.
You need to come clean up this public school district in St. Louis.
Look, don't get me started.
They shutting schools down here.
They are. Some of them not even accredited anymore, and it's ridiculous. But we're not gonna get started on that. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's
yes, ma'am.
It's terrible.
Bad.
It's terrible.
It is bad.
They shutting down schools. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
They putting the wrong people in power.
You guys here, because I always say, as we look at situations, the beautiful thing about 2 things. The beautiful thing about the internet and all that and social media is that it don't matter where you are.
Yep.
The other thing, unfortunately, the pandemic happened, but what came out of there said it just underlined that it doesn't matter where you are. You can still do the same effect and have the same effect. Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to look at partnering with us and see how we can reach the kids. Forget about the school district, admin, whatever that. We ain't gonna even focus on that. We're gonna focus on the kids.
Yeah.
So as you guys have kids and as you talk about students that want opportunities, let's work together on getting them those opportunities. Okay. We can in the HBCUs, we could still do a Blind City HBCU caravan. We could a rap session. We could do a teen summit. We can do things together. So
that's it.
focus on that because I can get the resources. It doesn't matter.
Well,
All
Dr.
right.
Porter, I tell you this. I might be blind, but if you're willing to help me to create that pipeline,
Hey.
I'm coming out to Los Angeles and you're
Hey,
taking
you
me
know,
to Roscoe's
I
Chicken
know
and
that's
Waffles.
right.
Oh yeah, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Roscoe.
Yeah,
Yes.
we gonna talk.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about it over Roscoe's Chicken and
Yeah,
Waffles.
number 9. A number 9.
Number,
3 wings.
look, she got a number.
Number 9.
She know what number to get. Okay, we got it.
But no, I definitely will reach out to you through my publicist. We have your information.
Yes.
And I'm so glad,
Yes.
and I'm very, very humble. That's why I created this platform, because I almost committed suicide when I lost my vision. I thought I was hopeless. And then God let me know I'm not done with you yet.
That's
No.
right.
And he
No,
has made
no.
me more powerful blind. And I have taken over and accomplished so many things being blind than I did when I had sight.
Oh my God.
And that
God.
shows you the power, what God can do when you believe in him.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, God is amazing. And I thank God for you guys. I thank God for you and what you're doing with Blind City, the podcast.
Yes.
I thank God for you because you're a motivator. You're a motivator, and you're letting people know that regardless of what situation, I don't care what it is, God can do anything and everything for you. So
Facts.
you're a motivator. I'm just you can feel my presence.
Yes.
I'm pretty
No,
Yes.
I love your energy.
like
I
said,
know
you
it.
can't see, but I want you to know as I scream to the top of my lungs, I thank God for you. And continue the fight, continue the motivation. Look, Indie Red. Every time I see Indie Red, I think about a record label too.
Funny you say that because talking about dreams, we working on all that. So yes, keep that in existence. Keep it all
And
marinate.
I just thank God for you guys and thank you for supporting each other. And thank you. I'm so excited to be a part of your life. So thank you. God bless you. And whatever I can do to serve, just let me know.
Yes, I was just going to say, if you don't mind, I definitely will be reaching out to you because I have children that are actually with learning disabilities. So anything with any sort of learning, higher learning, anything of that nature that will be of help, assistance, especially given this time, I'm a resource person. Please, I will, if you don't mind, I would love to talk to you.
I'll tell you right now, every college in the country has the Disability Resource Center.
See, and I didn't know that. You just told me something new.
Yeah, every single college has a Disability Resource Center. So whether you need somebody to take your notes, you need to be tested separate. Whatever you, in terms of your support, depending on your disability, they have somebody to support you.
Okay.
Don't worry. My nephew had a learning disability. He ended up graduating from UNLV. University, Las Vegas.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
He had somebody taking his note because he was one of those kids. He couldn't understand. It just didn't jump off, and he couldn't get it. But doing extremely well right now. He graduated. He got his degree. So I know firsthand. But also, I just want all your parents to know, every college has a Disability Resource Center.
Yes.
So don't be why you can't go. You can go and you can finish.
All right. Look, she just gave me encouragement, baby, because that's exactly what it is.
I feel the motivation from her.
Yes,
So,
thank
Dr.
you.
Price, thank you very much because I know you have a busy schedule.
Yes.
But guess what? You're very humble and you took time out for me. You never heard of Blind City podcast, but what you did was you say, hey, I'm going to give him an opportunity. And that's what we have to do in our community. We have to give each other's opportunity.
Yeah, we're in this together, my brother. Just know that. You know what? We're both God's kids, and we're in this together. So we're walking and holding hands together.
I understand. I wish a lot of people would have that same attitude like you, but you got some people with egos out there. Like Dr. Porter that be on my show. He's a therapist. It's the ego in the Negro.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And they let them do what they do.
That's
because
right.
We do.
All right.
But let me say this announcement, too. So can you spread the word in your whole network that all seniors that are graduating from high school, we are doing a national high school Black graduation rites of passage for seniors. So they have to get you guys the link so you could, it's free, sign up. We're going to have some celebrities involved. Already Yo-Yo and Kel Mitchell, they already committed. So it's going to be really, really nice presentation on June 4th. But it's to celebrate our Black high school seniors that are graduating from high school as they move to their next transition of life.
Okay.
Definitely. Anything you supporting, we supporting. Dr.
Cool.
Price, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you for stopping by the city. I don't want to hold you. Go save them kids, inspire those kids, and we're doing the same here in St. Louis.
We coming.
And we will meet.
Okay.
We will meet. I'm catching that airplane. I'm coming out to the West Coast, Dr. Price.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. L to the C.
All right.
God bless you.
Have a great
God
day.
bless you guys.
Yeah,
All
all
right.
right.
You
Bye-bye.
too. We'll be right back after these messages.
The views expressed on Blind City are to inspire and motivate people who are struggling through the dark times and searching for the true light.
Are you blind? Are you blind? Open your eyes. They lying every time, so I don't trust men, only trust God. I had to lose my sight before I could see the light.
This is Blind City, the podcast, with your host, Langford Cunningham.
Welcome back to Blind City, the podcast. Indy Red, Dr. Price is putting in the work.
Yes, she is. She came here and dropped some knowledge, some gems. She definitely informed me on some information in reference to learning disabilities, given that I do have boys, within that system, just as far as higher learning, but just being resourceful. So, man, she came through. I'm happy that she even was here today and giving me some information. So, shout out to her indeed. Shout out to her with those resources for us and them babies, because we need them.
And black women are stepping up. Black men, what are we going to do? I mean, we thugging. We
the women thugging now.
We thugging.
The women thugging more than the men now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about all these black women that are mayors in Atlanta, mayor in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And Tashara Jones finna be the St. Louis mayor.
Shout out to
April
Tashara
6th.
Jones. Shout out to her.
So
She
where
been doing
are
her
the
thing.
men at? That's what I'm talking about. We done took a back seat. We knew
I was just gonna say.
how society was gonna play us though.
It might have been time.
We was never in a deck of cards anyway as black men with society, but
That's
our
true.
women are stepping up.
Yeah, we got to. We supposed to be the backbone. When they went off to war, we had to be able to lead and fight and protect. So at this point in time, it's our time to protect our black men. That's how I look at it. If we gonna have to play it right, it's time to play chess. If the black men support these black women and they the right ones now, let me say that, because we not all perfect either. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, but the whole thing with playing chess, somebody got to be the pawn, and I'm tired of my community being the damn pawns in the community.
That's true.
If you see the Bosnians coming together, the Chinese coming together.
Baby, them Asians came together so fast when that situation happened and raising money. I ain't never seen money raised so fast.
Come on, we're not even going to discuss that,
Hey.
but you're absolutely right.
Hey.
And the Italians.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
if
sir.
you look at their communities and then you come back to your community and you don't have what the other communities have, don't that tell you got to step your education game up with politics? Or you still going to keep rapping, I'm a thug, and your community is falling down around you?
Yeah.
Now, I don't have a problem with the gangster rap, the trick rap, the strap rap, the prostitute rap.
It's telling a story,
But we have to get our community together. How the hell you going to rap about selling coochie when you got abandoned buildings around you?
Yeah.
Coochie can't
That's
get that
true.
building back up.
That's true.
Ain't enough coochie to fix St. Louis City.
Hey, he ain't lying about it's enough riding walking
Ain't
around
no
there.
coochie that good that's going to
But
reopen Beaumont High School.
It's plenty of coochie walking around
Ain't
it though.
no coochie going to
But they ain't got the money.
Ain't no coochie going to reopen Sumner.
But they don't got the money.
Ain't no damn coochie gonna fix the potholes in the streets on Natural Bridge, Kings Highway, with all them dividers up, making your community look
they
like the
shutting it
Terminator
down.
didn't walk through it.
I wonder why though.
But we selling coochie. We thugging.
We thugging.
And the community look like trash.
It does. I would not.
Come out here to West County, where I'm at. Oh, big difference.
Look at me.
You just came up Manchester.
Yeah, I am.
The stores, the resources.
But then you don't want to do that because you're trying to keep it within the community. But the community isn't moving as one unit. It's not the community based like it was before once upon a time. It's not there anymore.
Fact.
Shit, it's like I can't stay in the community if the community shooting up the street and I don't want my baby to get shot, so let me go. You want to go where you feel safe. The community is no longer the community anymore. At one point, I used to be able to go next door and they'll feed me a damn plate and whoop my butt if I ain't down the street like, oh, I know your mama just told you, or your granny just told you you're supposed to be here. Stop playing with me. It's not like that anymore. These kids are disrespectful as hell.
Man, they just did a drive-by across the street from your house.
Up the street.
Yeah.
223. If you don't know what that is, Google it.
Yeah.
The 223.
They don't even care no more. They don't even care about the kids.
They don't.
They
care
do
about the
drive-bys. They don't
emotions.
care who in the way. They don't
It's
care who got shot.
It's emotions.
Wolves.
They're emotional creatures.
Wolves. Community falling down. We got wolves running around it.
Yeah. The pretendos. I call
ridiculous.
those pretendos. You know how they say you're a pretender,
Ridiculous.
you're a pretendo.
It's just ridiculous. And all I'm saying is I'm not no preacher because I don't support no preachers in the community because our hood look like a damn bomb didn't hit it. What are the preachers doing besides taking tithes? I wouldn't put my money in your damn plate. I put my money in the juvenile detentions to help redemption those kids up out of the system. I put my money in the women homeless shelters. I put my money into Dr. Price, what she doing. Because some of you preachers are not using that money to
not for
put
the
back in the community.
Not for the resources.
You're not.
Hell no.
And you're not sending people outside the church into the community to give back to the people. That's the problem, Red.
Hey, hey, look. I am definitely in agreement beyond measure with you on that one, and especially in reference to those pillars, those major, the preacher, the community-based people. We see it, but we don't.
Not all preachers are bad.
Not
though.
all.
I'm not gonna say all.
We like the real ones though.
We got some real preachers.
Yeah, we like the real ones.
Like them white preachers down on Gano over there in that neighborhood. The white preachers out there in the streets telling kids God loved them. While the black preacher in the Cadillac trying to holler at that Miss Thing on the front row of the pew.
He want that dollar.
Yeah. He looking up that skirt. He looking up that skirt too.
Oh yeah, you look. I'm saying I know.
Yeah, Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike.
Reverend Ike like them young girls. Yeah. He like them 6. He like them slim too.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And what about my brothers in the bow ties with the bean pies? Come on, man. Y'all been selling bean
paper pushers.
Come on, man.
My paper pushers.
Come on. Y'all got to get out in the community, man. Help these kids. Get in them juvenile detentions. Get in them prisons. Go talk to these kids, man. All that bean pies and the final call, y'all been doing that too long. Y'all need to activate and get in these streets and work with these kids. Now, I know some Muslims, they are out in the streets.
Yeah.
But we need more of everybody in our community to come together. Christian, Muslim, Buddha, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We got to get back in the streets and help these kids, right?
Any human being with some sort of morals, some sort of emotion towards your life, or just people come together. No matter who you are, just come together. And that's what I go back on St. Louis as a unit. We can be our own unit. We can be the biggest force after the whole Ferguson situation, everything that went down. We could have been a whole nother force. We caught national news with that. National news with that.
Man, y'all owe Mike Brown.
Oh,
y'all need to write checks. A lot of y'all done came out of that movement talking about,
look, Mr. C, you tapping in now.
I was there with Mike Brown. I came out the Ferguson movement. Y'all need to write a check to Mike Brown Sr. and the mother. Y'all need to write a whole check to the family, man. Because y'all still claiming it, they son's name while he died in that street for 3-4 hours, left his body there, and y'all want to claim, we was in Ferguson for the Mike Brown movement. No, every time you say his son's name, write a check.
They take right in the check.
Anytime his son's name come out your mouth, write a check.
Yeah.
How you think that Urban League got down there? If it wasn't for the thugs that burnt down Quick Trip, the Urban League wouldn't even been in the community.
It wouldn't have been there.
Y'all need to thank them thugs in that community, man.
It took for them to do that, for them to rebuild and try to attempt to bring everything back to a light. But I'm with you on that. We went national before everything even hit with the pandemic, and with my guy being choked to death and all those things. Mike Brown was the biggest. That was the it.
That's right.
That should have been the it.
Yeah.
That should have been the it.
And that's where Black Lives Matter started too. They came out that movement.
But we ain't gonna. I try not to touch it because there's so many.
No, they need to write a check too. They ain't wrote a damn check to that man. They need to write a check too.
With the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it's like hit or miss for me, because people are just vultures. People are never really honest, and people take advantage of what they see or what they think they can take advantage of. Like you said, right? It's a bunch of checks should have been written out, a bunch of them.
That's real talk. We're going to come back right after these messages. If you got in your feelings, man, I'm sorry. But hey, they got tampons at Walgreens. We'll be right back after this commercial.
What he said.
Langford Cunningham is really an inspiration.
Mr. Langford Cunningham.
Blind City, the podcast. It's headed up by a guy named Langford Cunningham. He had to lose his sight to find his vision.
Welcome to Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham. We are the therapy for these streets.
Everybody got their ops. Everybody got their enemies. But for real, now you don't even got to worry about your enemy. It be, the closest motherfuckers around you.
No, this is real. We getting shot by police. We getting stereotyped.
We didn't get a proper investigation. Well, definitely, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Your car got shot up, right?
Yeah, he dropped the bullet.
Yeah, you from the hood.
They just passed a law where you can give a kid a gun without the parent's permission.
Wait a minute, they can do what? We got people in power that's not really for the people. They think the people work for them. You work for the people.
We got to talk about the disparities in our community.
Check out Blind City, the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or go to blindcitythepodcast.com. Blind City, the podcast. We are the therapy for the streets. Dr. Porter, welcome back to the city. How you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Blessed, blind, using my disability as a strength to empower. Check it out. We had Dr. Price straight out of Compton, man. Well, Compton has put out a lot of talented people in the United States, man. This Dr. Price is sending over 500,000 kids to HBCUs from disabilities, poverty communities. I mean, this lady is doing her job, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, why we don't have more Dr. Prices throughout these black communities, Dr. Porter?
Well, a lot of times it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of passion to commit to something so bodacious and so challenging, because it is a challenge. Is a challenge, number one, to deal with the mentality and the emotionalism that we suffer from, that children suffer from, to deal with the parents, and then to also deal with the institutions themselves, because a lot of our HBCUs are not ran by African Americans anymore. So you have a challenge in that regard as well. And then when you see the challenges, sometimes people, they fold instead of focus. But it is a beautiful thing. Wait a
minute. They what?
They fold instead of focus.
They fold instead of focus. Continue.
And so what you see here, and because of a lot of the challenges, a lot of people, if it's too hard, if it's too difficult, a lot of times, people say, hey, it's not worth it, especially if their pockets are not being lined, if they're not getting and benefiting from something. So that's why you don't see a lot of people doing these types of things, because a lot of times these things take a lot of time. They take a lot of effort. You have to overcome a lot of obstacles. And a lot of times there's no real profit in it for the person that's initiating it. So you really have to have a passion and a heart and a vision. See, the key is having vision. And when a person has a vision, a lot of those other things don't really matter. And ergo, yourself included, you had a vision for what you're doing right now. Yeah. And so that gives you the motivation and the power to deal with the challenges that you face.
Facts. I had to lose my sight to find my vision. You're absolutely right. And guess what, Dr. Porter? The price is right with Dr. Price. She don't have to spin the big wheel, baby. Dr. Price don't have to go on The Price is Right. The Price is Right with all these kids she's sending to HBCs out the black communities, straight out of Compton. CPT. Blind City, the podcast.
If you found this content helpful, please share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Blind City, the podcast. You can find us on all social media platforms.